My name's Danny, and now we're on to live 3 of 3. And this is all about you getting to put your voice to this. And we're covering the Lindsay Clancy case. Now, if you want a reading of Lindsay Clancy's energy, and does she now, is she remembering? Does she know while she's in this trial, while they're going over everything, and they're suggesting, hey, Lindsay was at a doctor appointment when all of a sudden Patrick was using his email to log into her Facebook and looking at how to do the carotid artery. There's all kinds of that kind of stuff in this trial. And we were wondering, is Lindsay starting to remember? Is she putting the pieces together? And is it possible that what she remembers and knows now is the real story? And maybe she had nothing to do with the children. Maybe this was all a psychosis that was premeditated onto her and performed in front of her while she was sedated. And that could be why she's saying things like, I could see myself doing it, but I couldn't stop. Because a lot of people are looking at this Rachel, who was friends with Patrick before the children were harmed, and now married to him, who looks almost identical to Lindsay. And we just found out the answer. So go check out that reading. But for now, also we did a video where it wasn't anything to do with tarot cards, just going over the visuals of how close Kyle, the best friend, to Patrick, how much they look alike. It's a doppelganger weird. And was it really Kyle in the CVS store? Is it possible that he didn't even know what was going on? Maybe he was just asked to go run some errands, and he did, and then he found out what happened, and he was like, oh my God. I'll say I was you. You can say that was you, because I know you wouldn't hurt your kids. But what if really Patrick's tricked them all? I don't know. But I'm sure you have a lot of questions. So let's get started. You post your question in the live chat. I'll pull the cards and see what answers we get. Okay. Why does she not say, how do we know she hasn't told the lawyer? That's, I mean, maybe she's not telling him because she doesn't feel he'd believe her now, right? Knitting Mom. Did neighbors' cameras pick up Patrick coming home while he was supposed to be out? Well, we can ask, but that was never, ever researched, right? No investigation. So we don't have any camera footage that was ever shown. But we can ask. Did neighbors' cameras pick up Patrick coming home? And what if the friend was actually already at Patrick's and was going along with the part enough to go get the meds, so he drove Patrick's car? It would still not tell us if it was Patrick or not. You feel me? So I think that question, did neighbor's camera pick up Patrick coming home while he was supposed to be out? I'm sure that a car came home. Yeah. Okay, deck's upside down. We have a fight to win at all costs. 5 of Swords. Somebody had a plan to win at all costs. Cards are not wanting to shuffle. Hold on just a bit. There we go. Do it again. And one more. Still a little stuck. We'll cut the deck, knock it out, and finish the answer. Neighbors' cameras. Yeah. Yep. So we have this meeting. What the? Oh, the High Priestess. This is secrecy and not saying anything. There's a meeting and then secrecy, and it's a fight to win. So they have a meeting, they convince everybody to stay quiet. So even if there is information out there that suggests that something was kind of weird, They're not going to say anything. They probably feel silly saying that because, of course it was Lindsay that was the bad person. So why would they, as a neighbor, want to throw shade on Patrick? But yet at the same time, I feel you. I feel you. So this is suggesting that, yes, there is more to suggest that something was fishy going on, that somebody actually was not playing fair. This is, cheating, basically, to get to where you want to be, no matter what, winning at all costs. This is a meeting, a gathering, and this is saying secrets are held and not spoken. Good question. So that would suggest, there's definitely things out there, but that people aren't really talking. So that's a good question. Good questions. Crime True Bestie says, but if the cards know things, the cards don't know anything. They're pieces of paper. Number one, God knows the answers, and I'm tapping into his energy. I'm using this deck of cards, which I could just use paper, but these already have pictures on them that I understand the language of. But if the cards know things, they would know without an investigation, right? Still cannot believe there was no investigation past her. Nuts. But I do want to make sure you guys understand the cards have zero power. A deck that I use that has, I say, I'm stronger with is this one. And it's simply because it's different pictures that I understand different things with, but all the energy I'm reading with doesn't come from any cards or rocks or stones or crystals. I only rely on my creator, and my creator is Jesus, God, right? But I wanted to make sure you guys know that so that you don't think I'm pulling on different people's spirit energy. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, you don't need an investigation. It'll still come out. Jennifer Swain has a question. Did a neighbor see the window open at 5:30? Ha. I would say yeah. But we'll see what the cards say. Did a neighbor actually really see the window as claimed open at 5:30? We got the devil. And we got the tower. Dang. And we got the lovers. All major arcanas. What's the bottom of the deck? Oh my gosh, King of Cups. All right. So let's walk this. Something completely unexpected exploding. We have this very strange toxic energy. And we have the lovers. So it's not telling me if the neighbor saw the window open, but this is suggesting that there is some very shocking information about these lovers. Now we know Lindsay was saying she wasn't even able to be a lover to Patrick, that she was having problems. And so he had a lover, right? Most likely, allegedly. That's a doppelganger to Lindsay. And I'm wondering if the neighbor may have saw that woman and thought that woman was Lindsay. But it's not giving me the answer if she sees that window open at 5:30, unless you look at the windows and this person jumping out. Two people. Maybe so. I'll let you determine that. That's what came out is the tower, which is something that destroys this. Destroys something all the way from the foundation. And you see it is indeed head first, right? The lovers, the two attached lovers, that are also shown to be toxic because here they're just lovers. Here, they're chained to each other because they have deep, dark toxicity of trauma bonding. All right, so I can't say for sure, but I would suggest that the window was open because we've got a building and the windows are open. And that's the card we were given. All right, so I would say most likely even opened before that. And I think it was 5:05 that the neighbor said they saw it. Lindsay, psychologist, testified in court today that says she remembers what happened. Reddington brought him in. He has been seeing her for 3 years. He and Reddington are long-term friends for years. Wow, I did not know that, so that's interesting based on our last reading. All right, let's continue. CQQ. Was his lover pregnant? From my understanding, they just had a baby, so not at the time that the children were alive. Crime True Bestie says, I do not do cards, but the way you go about it, I do. I appreciate that. I understand too. All right, let me get this clear so I can go up and see where we have a question, and we'll pull some cards. Nitty Mom has a question. Will the friends of Lindsay come forward and testify about what they know of Patrick? I'm not sure how much they actually know, right? But we'll see. Will the friends of Lindsay come forward and testify about what they know of Patrick? So this is suggesting most likely not. They have regret. This is regret. This is the 3 children, right? I mean, can't even make it up. Spilt cups, meaning spilt blood. 3 children. Very regretful. We have the Queen of Swords, could mean court. And then we have this marriage card. So this would tell me there's going to be, with the Queen of Swords, communication. She's going to be truthful. She's going to tell what she knows. But there's also nothing here but regret. It's not telling me that they know anything more about the actual marriage. Could be that, how do I want to put it? I'll just leave it for you to decide. Those are good questions, though. Jennyville question, did Patrick's friend Kyle assist with the crime? Allegedly. Asking if Patrick's best friend assisted with the crime. Did Patrick's best friend assist with the crime? The devil and the King of Wands. Damn. Dang. Sorry for swearing. Communication. So this is suggesting, yes, this is suggesting toxicity between the friends, the best friends. This is saying neither one can be trusted. This is the King of Wands energy, the one you can't trust, with the devil. And the devil is showing attachment. They're locked in. Maybe they committed a crime together. Maybe they were part of the crime. But this is suggesting yes. And he also communicated during the crime with his best friend. Could that have been that fake phone call, allegedly, from the CVS, where Patrick says he called from the pharmacy back to the house, nobody answered, but then she, meaning Lindsay, called him back? What if that was the friend at the pharmacy getting anxious? Is it done? And he didn't pick up because he was in the middle of it. And then it's Patrick at the house on Lindsay's phone that calls him back and basically says, it's done. He's like, okay, thanks. And so they got their timing on. You feel me? Whereas Patrick would allege that that was him asking her what to get instead of Pedialyte, right? Because they were out of Pedialyte, but they weren't, because that's what he bought. So, All right, so it definitely shows communication. It shows they're caught up in this together. And it shows that they're both this not trustworthy King of Wands energy and that they've been communicating together. That's a good question, Jennyville. Well, let me clean my deck, give it a little shuffle, and find the next questions. Excellent questions, you guys. Carla, is Patrick scared of Lindsay getting her memory back? What's she going to do with it? Even if she did remember all this, you and I both know, trying to convince the general public that she didn't do this to the kids after signing in the courts that she did, that would be very, very difficult. But let's ask, because it's a great question. Carla Lovely is asking, is Patrick scared of Lindsay getting her memory back? Okay, I just got a story. So we have action. We have a horse rearing up. We have judgment, yes. So this is unpredictable. This is somebody you can't trust. This is impulsive. This is immature. This is selfish. This is Knight of Wands. Much like the King of Wands, only this guy, he's got a barrel loose, right? He's charging forward. Judgment, yes. Terrified. Terrified. Witness, because she saw things, witnessed things, knows things. Divine timing. She knows the truth. And this is also buried secrets, because you plant a seed to grow the money tree. And that is exactly what she's aware of, is that he was into the money. She also knows that he betrayed her, and he's worried that in divine time, she will remember how he betrayed her. So he was acting impulsive and untrustworthy. Judgment means she knows, and he is absolutely worried that because she did see, she saw it. So when she says, I saw it, right? She saw it in time, right? That he betrayed her. Absolutely. Yeah. That's pretty strong answer there. Roof and Roofer, what you got for me? Ooh, here's a big one that all of us want to know. Roof and Roofer nails the best question of the day. Was Patrick in the basement with Lindsay at the time the children were unalive? Whoa. We have communication. 8 of Wands. We have this working environment, King of Pentacles, maybe, some sort of slow progress, work related, him on his throne. This could be at his desk. So that tells me it could be an office sitting on his throne, his work chair. And then this is drugs, right? This is almost as if she was drugged while in the basement. Maybe she was having a cup of coffee or something. Look, the Queen of Cups, right? The seer, the witness, and the Wheel of Fortune. Something happening in front of her. Very karmic. This is saying, yeah, that he was in the basement. This is a yes. This is communication saying yes, but it's also a lot of back and forth. This is him basically representing, in my opinion, of his work, the pentacles, the finances, money, working at his desk. This is somebody that's done something the same way a long, long time. This, to me, looks like a basement. This is also intoxicants, right? Being completely inebriated. And then we have this cup and this chair as if she was called, like he communicated to her, come down here, and she brought a cup of coffee. Maybe that's when he put rugs in it and something along that line. So this is suggesting that he was in the basement. Now I'm going to take it a step further. Show me the energy of Patrick towards the children the last time the children saw Patrick. Last time any of the children saw Patrick, show me what they saw. Justice. Damn. So that's somebody trying to balance energy out. Court card. The sun. And abandonment. That's so sad. Abandonment. This is left for dead. This is complete clarity. This is the court. And that's the baby, right? They saw another female. This is a different female. This is the King of Wands, divine counterpart. She's taboo. She does things unorthodox. That could be a different female with a game plan, and they're working. There are 3 of Pentacles working on the blueprint, getting a lot of attention. Aquarius energy too, about the mother. All right, I was just curious what the kids saw, so let's go ahead and get back into your questions. I just follow it up. Suggests, yes, that he was in an office, if you will, but definitely doing work at the time that she was in the basement. Question, hey, Nick. Oh, I forgot to do your gift card. I'll have to get that to you, sweetie. I totally forgot it. And then this morning, I was like, oh, I've got to do it. And I got pulled away. So I will get your gift certificate today to you. Did the new wife give Patrick meds to give to Lindsay, allegedly? I mean, does she have to, really? There are enough meds that he has in a bag in his truck, right? But we'll see. Did the new wife give meds to Patrick that were given to Lindsay? Yep. There it is. You're right. I wasn't expecting that. We'll continue, but we've got the 6 of Pentacles, and this is a handout, and it looks like pills, but it's really pentacles. But it's something tangible that is shared and given to others. So this is a handout, and this is suggesting yes. You're asking if the new wife gave meds. Well, this is suggesting yes. Let's continue with the answer. So we have marriage. Yep, the new wife, right? We have magician and illusion. Somebody that has all the tools that they need. She can write any prescription she wants. She's a doctor. And she's a fertility doctor. Look at that. For a new beginning. The Fool. And past. This has happened before. So not only once, but multiple times. The answer would be most likely yes. And I would say strong yes. Wow. Dang, you guys are asking some great questions. I love it when you guys ask such good questions. Luis, did Lindsay actually jump out the window or was she pushed? Well, instead of asking the or part, I find it a lot clearer if we just ask if Lindsay, and let me remind you something. Lindsay didn't jump. She either head first fell or somebody pushed. All right. So her feet weren't first. Her head was. And so she would have fallen. Did Lindsay jump? Okay. Did Lindsay, we'll use that word. Well, it's not even true. Did someone put Lindsay out the window? Drop. Did someone drop Lindsay on her head out the window? That's what we'll go with. That makes it a clear request to get a clear answer. All right. Did someone drop Lindsay out the window? Okay, we have 8 of Cups. Interesting. Walking away. We have a Page of Pentacles. Hangman, yep. I mean, can't make it up. We have somebody going to get what they want. They want out of the situation. They've collected 8 cups. They need 10 to be happy in life. They've only got 8. They're dissatisfied and they're ready to hit the road. They're ready to leave the place. They're done with it. They haven't found the 2 cups that they want. And so we have this page making an offer, right? And that page, I'm asking, did somebody drop Lindsay head first out the window? And I get that Hangman. Yep. Can't even make it up. This person wanted a new beginning. They were dissatisfied. And so they dropped Lindsay on her head. Yep. Oh, wow. This is just wild. Ripper says new wife was working on a new drug she invented. OMG. The theory is it is this med, insomnia, and the psycho thoughts are 2 of the side effects. Wouldn't show on a blood test, allegedly. Wow. If that's true, that is horrific. Patrick shouldn't have Lindsay's pills. That's a HIPAA violation. Oh, man. Okay, let me check this out, see if we have any more questions before we call it a day. I've been doing this for a while, so I would love... Oh, Knitting Mom has a good question. We'll leave it here today. We'll go ahead and ask the question, get the answer. Knitting Mom is wondering, is there something that Patrick forgot about to clean, take, and it comes out that he did the deed? Is there something that Patrick left behind as evidence that he did the deed and it comes out? He's definitely got something hidden, suppressed. He is the magician. He has all the tools of the trade to cause the illusion, right? Death. Holding back something about the death. Something about the death of the children. I don't know what it is. But this is holding back, suppressing, not allowing death. And so this is suppressing something about the death. This is saying he had everything he needed to complete the task at hand. It's also saying he caused an illusion, trickery, lies. But what is a magician but somebody that's tricking you, causing an illusion? Something. Now let's see if we can come up with what is that something. So let's put this back up here and let's qualify even a little better. What is that something relative to about the death of the children that could come out? Judgment. Ooh. Whatever it is, it's coming. Something is going to come out that was held back about the death of the children that they know is an illusion. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be big because even the angel is blowing the horn saying, yeah, something big. And judgment makes me think of a judge, a court. Interesting. You guys have been Fantastic. You asked the best questions, very smart. That's why you're my private eyes. I want to say thank you to my members. You guys have been so incredibly supportive to our channel and to our plight to continue to be the voice for the voiceless. Did Patrick actually do this? Was Kyle the guy in the CVS pharmacy instead of Patrick? Will it all come out? I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. But at this point, what I've learned today, the readings would suggest that Lindsay Clancy has full memory back and knows the truth. Yeah. If this is all the way we're seeing it is really the truth, and if she's truly innocent, how horrifying that really is, to think that if he actually did do this, not only did he drug her, okay, and take out the children, but drug her, cut her, and then dropped her on her head out the window into the freezing snow, left her for dead. Wow, that's just a demon. Right? Just a demon. This is just crazy. But it could be true. I don't know. Sad to learn. PC is paying Big Red. Is he paying Big Red? I didn't know that. Jenny, was your question answered? Yes. Okay. All right, you guys. We'll have to see how this goes, and stay tuned. But man, am I like watching this. And Jennyville's been sending me clips so that I'm able to see more, because some of these, trial can be 8 hours for the whole day, 5 hours of testimony here and 5 hours there. And I don't have time to watch it all. So if you guys also are watching the trial, I would greatly appreciate any time that you hear something during the trial, clip it and send it to me. And you can do that at rubberducky2005@yahoo.com. Now, you guys get ready. Tomorrow starts our big sale in our deck party as well. And the sale's going to go on for 7 days till next Monday. And there's a huge amount of things, 11% off. And so if you had your eye on a few things, or maybe you're new to the shop and you want to look around, you'll see so many items, especially if they happen to have the logo. Oh, I don't have one of my hats available that has my logo. This is one of our hats too here. But yeah, wow. This case has to be one of the most alarming I have ever covered. For sure. I love you guys so very much. I thank you. And I pray that the truth, the real truth, whatever it is, comes out. And that these children's truth is shared with the world and known. If Lindsay's guilty, then I feel she should go to prison the rest of her life. If Lindsay's innocent, then I feel the perpetrator needs to be in prison the rest of their life. I love you guys, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you, my loves.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I'm here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise. From the darkness to